So good evening, fellow chiropractors. When I watch Dr. Gunstead adjust up there, I can hear the clunk. I can't say it like he did. But he moved the bones. And when I adjust, they sometimes call it the through-the-floor technique. I call it the omnidirectional, non-specific, all-force technique. When I first went into practice, I knew darn well if somebody was sick, they were subluxated and had to be moved. And I moved them. Not with the greatest degree of grace at times. But a doctor's practice is a practice, isn't it? And it takes time. Principle number 6. There is no process that does not require time. But Dr. John Cox contacted me and asked me if I would speak, and I found the availability to do so. I was very overjoyed to come here and speak to what I call real chiropractors. He said, face the title, Fred, will you please? When will pride come out of our profession? I would change it just slightly. When will the pride rise again in our profession? And it will be when we embrace our philosophy, totally, unequivocally, embrace our philosophy. So that we live the sermon, not just deliver it. And have the pride to do so. Today it's easy. I was the son of the town quack. My dad graduated in 1923 in the Crusader class with Dr. Gunstead and Dr. Thaxton, the first president of the ICA other than BJ himself. Within 6 months, 50% of their class, Gunstead's and my dad's, was in jail or under litigation for practicing medicine without a license. There were close to 600 chiropractors in that class. When I was a young man, we were really quacks. Today, as I travel the nation, and somebody in the airplane will ask me what I do, and I say I'm a chiropractor, the company will say, I've got one too. Well, my friend goes to a chiropractor. Tell me more about it. The door is open. The door is wide open. We're number one in alternative care. I don't like the term, but they use it. We're number one over all others in the AMA Journal. I wish I would have brought the chart along and showed it to you again. We are number one. We must realize we have arrived. As you look at the message given in Darwinian medicine, or often called evolutionary medicine, and read the articles today, you know that our philosophy is there. Listen to Deepak Chopra. It's the same. Come out from under your paranoia and insecurity and realize that what the public wants today is our philosophy of health. Why do you think they exercise? They're trying to exercise health into the human body. Can't be done. Exercise is only for healthy people. The sick can't exercise. They're trying to diet health into the human body. Outside in again. Can't be done. If it were so simple as to only eat right and you'd be healthy, wouldn't that be neat? And some of your healthy patients are the most sickly patients you have. You know that. And if diet were responsible for good health, we'd have no trouble with street people, would we? They'd die within 5 years on that diet, wouldn't they? Come on, come on. They're looking for something to create health within themselves, and it can only come from within us. Our philosophy is ready to be completely absorbed by the public, but we have to articulate it. We have to have the courage to create. We cannot hide our light under a bushel any longer. We have to speak forth the truth. We are accepted. We are number one. We're licensed in every state. We are accredited. My God, we've got everything, and yet the pride isn't there. It was there when I graduated. It was there when my father and CS graduated. But we were well steeped in philosophy. over 50% of our chiropractic colleges teach no philosophy. Can you blame those young doctors, those students that come out, if they've had no philosophy whatsoever? But they're looking for it too. So they're our brotherhood. It's up to us now to start working with some of those that are uninformed and bring forth the basics of chiropractic philosophy, because pride will return when we realize what we have, and then they will want it. They want it now, but we daren't give it to them, because it's no time to crawl into bed with the medical profession. Even rats leave a sinking ship. It is no time to belly up to the bar. No time to belly up to the bar with the medic. It's time to beat them to the bar and deny them a drink. Fun, isn't it? I don't wish them any bad luck. I just hope they suffer the agonies of a failed paradigm. No. Students of chiropractic, and that's what we all are, and that's what I still am, because the depth of understanding in our philosophy is still seeping into my consciousness. Students of the chiropractic should constantly remember that disease is not a thing, but a condition. One of the first persons to articulate that was Florence Nightingale. She said, there are no specific diseases like cats and dogs. They're not things. There are only specific disease conditions. We know today that HIV doesn't cause AIDS, don't we? It has to have other factors. And people can carry it without any problem at all. What are they called? Carriers. What were they called in TB? Carriers. They're all over the place. The opportunistic vectors of disease do not set into the soil until the soil is ready to sustain them. So the condition has to be there. Remember that disease is not a thing, but a condition. It is an abnormal performance of certain morphological alterations of the body, agencies and conditions which the body cannot adapt itself to, sway the capacities of energy above or below normal, inducing the functional aberrations and the structural alterations known as disease. We could have a TV program today called Disease of the Week. Name any aberrant function in the human body a disease, and you've got another one, haven't you? What does itis mean? You know what it means. It means inflammation. So drop a hammer on your toe. It becomes inflamed. You have big toeitis? Osis simply means a condition of something. So a condition of any organ becomes an osis. Come on. The naming of disease is insane. Creates fear. And fear is the fuel that fires the furnace of disease. What happens when a medical doctor says to a patient, you're deteriorated, you're degenerated, you're going to have to go home and live with it? What does that do to that patient? What does it deprive them of? Hope. Hope. And hope is the wellspring of renewed health. But it deprives them of hope, replaces it with fear. And fear is the fuel that fires the furnace of disease. Disease starts out first as malfunction. And malfunction has its causes. It's that simple. Malfunction creates a condition that exhibits itself in symptoms, and symptoms are named as diseases. Malfunction results in a lowered immune system, which allows the parasites that are always with us to thrive. And then they name the disease after the parasite, such as strep throat. When will this fallacy end? Health exists. E.D. Homer, 1910. Health exists when the normally constructed body proper performs its functions. Disease is the condition in which the organs or the organism is abnormally related to